So Takt Op Destiny's 12th and final episode just aired, and as per usual with this style of video of mine is my initial gut reaction to the finale of a series, as well as my overall thoughts of the series in general. And when I mean initial gut reaction, I am being literal here. I've just finished the episode 10 minutes ago, and here are my initial thoughts. Before this season even aired, and before we even got the first episode of Takt Op Destiny, I said quite clearly in one of my videos, this was going to be my anime of the year, and it really could have been. Visually, this anime has been amazing. You know, being a Mappa Madhouse collaboration, they have not been short on talent. You know, these are two real juggernauts of the industry. You knew as soon as they were announced, this show was going to look visually stunning. Even that first bit of artwork we got was just amazing, and I was like, this looks fantastic. Before we'd even had a trailer, I was like, this looks amazing. As well as visually being quite appealing, the characters artistically and personality wise have been great. Particular standout for me has been Titan. She has just been, visually she is a great looking character, her colour scheme is amazing, and personality wise, and the fact that she is just badass as hell, Titan has just been an amazing character. As well as Destiny has been great. I liked Valkyrie, I thought she was great. To be honest, all the music arts I thought were visually very well done, and personality very, very cool. So we have amazing visuals and we have amazing characters, and to be honest, the premise of the story really interests me. I really like the idea that they put forward. So although not bad by any means, this show really has suffered, I feel, from only being 12 episodes. These last 3 episodes, in my opinion, have felt very rather cramped and haven't flowed as well as the earlier episodes have. It really feels like they had planned for a 24 episode anime, with how they weren't slow the first few episodes, but they just flowed nicely in that we was getting episodes where it was just the guys having character development, and these last 3 episodes just kind of like, okay, so the main bad is doing something now, we just need to rush in and end them, even though it's been made clear that Takt and Destiny aren't incredibly compatible, that they've not really had any training as a maestro and music art combination. I thought we would have had a lot more building with them, probably with Lenny and Titan tutoring them a little bit, but it seemed to just go from start to finish way too quickly for me personally. For me, it has really just felt that we've just missed like a big chunk. It really feels like they had made 24 episodes and then they were told no, it's going to be 12, so they've just had to like completely cut out like a middle story that we've missed here. I felt like, especially near the end, we were jumping between episodes and like such big things were happening, and I was like, what's happened in between these things? Like, it feels I'm missing something. I just feel like we're just jumping from one big scenario to another with no middle ground. I do understand that this anime was initially planned and it's done its job. It was basically just a big advertisement for the mobile game that was coming out. However, I did really think with such big industry juggernauts such as Mappa and Madhouse at the reins of this anime, I really did think that this was going to be a standout show. You know, not to say that it hasn't been a standout show. This show has really blown my socks off. I've really enjoyed it. I just feel, I don't know, I just don't feel full. It's kind of like when you eat a meal and you're still a bit peckish and, you know, you probably want dessert, but they're like, no, we're going now. And you're like, but I want more, you know. It's been good what I've had, but I just feel like I can still have more. You know, and as much as I feel like this has been not wasted potential, it has been good what we've been given, I just feel it could have been so much more. I say that like it hasn't had me hooked every week for 12 weeks, which it has. This show has been amazing, and episode 12 was actually a pretty good final episode. You know, the fight with it was the mix of heaven and hell was great, I thought. You know, at the end where Destiny tells Takt that she loves him and then she, you know, tragically disappears. I thought it was very well done. However, I just felt it really just left quite a bitter taste in my mouth and me longing for more, really. You know, I just feel this really should have just been, I keep talking about this, it really should have been a 24 episode anime. I just feel like we've barely touched upon these characters, and we've had barely any time with them, really. I feel episode 12 would have been a much better conclusion. You know, I feel the episode was fine, I just feel like there should have been more that had come before it, and then that ending would have had a much bigger impact. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought it was emotional when Destiny disappeared and all that, but that would have carried so much more weight if we had had more moments within the series of Takt and Destiny together, and character building on them, having more adventures with them. I just feel like it's just not been long enough for me to... I care about the characters, but I think we've just not had long enough for me to like really engage with these characters and really, get invested highly in them. However, I did feel that episode 12 did end rather abruptly, which I am hoping they've done this purposefully to leave room for a season 2. I would love to see Takt, recover, and now that there is no Destiny about, maybe he teams up with Valkyrie, which I really thought was going to happen after Valkyrie got left behind by her previous team. I really thought she would have paired up with Takt, knowing, every time he uses his Destiny she consumes his power. I thought he would have probably saved Destiny for the bigger fights and used Valkyrie for the smaller fights. So yeah, I would love to see a team up with either Valkyrie or Titan, maybe, even now that Lenny's not around, before, eventually maybe near the end or halfway point that Destiny, makes a miraculous return, big surprise return, and she's much stronger than last time, and hopefully she doesn't consume Takt's powers in the process of using her own powers. But at the end of it all, I still think I would have much preferred a stronger, nicer flowing 24 episode season than having 2 12 episode seasons. However, I have really loved this series. It has been great. It has lived to my somewhat expectations. I just long for more of it, but I very much do hope that they make a season 2. If this doesn't get a season 2, it will be criminal. It really will. Anyway guys, thank you for listening to this short audio from me of my initial gut reaction of Takt Op's Destiny's final episode. Hopefully we'll see more. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you next time.